The history of Hawaii, a journey across time. Hawaii, a breathtaking chain of islands in the Pacific, is renowned for its natural beauty, vibrant culture, and warm spirit of aloha. Beneath the surface of this tropical paradise lies a history shaped by exploration, resilience, cultural collision, and political transformation. From the ancient Polynesians who first voyaged across the Pacific to its modern role as America's 50th state, Hawaii's history is a remarkable story of human ingenuity, survival, and the enduring quest for identity. 1. The Polynesian pioneers, ca. 300 to 1200 CE. Navigators of the Pacific. The story of Hawaii begins with one of humanity's greatest achievements, the Polynesian expansion across the vast Pacific Ocean. Between 300 and 1200 CE, skilled navigators from the Marquesas Islands and later Tahiti set out on double-hulled canoes, using nothing more than the stars, ocean currents, wind patterns, and the behavior of birds to guide their way. Their journey, spanning thousands of miles, eventually brought them to the isolated islands of Hawaii. These early settlers brought with them the foundational elements of Hawaiian society. They introduced plants such as taro, breadfruit, bananas, and sweet potatoes, as well as animals like pigs, chickens, and dogs. These resources formed the backbone of a sustainable agricultural economy. Over centuries, the settlers adapted to their new environment, developing intricate systems of resource management that were perfectly suited to the island's geography. Central to their culture was the kapu system, a complex set of sacred laws that governed all aspects of life, from land use to interpersonal relationships. The kapu system reinforced the social hierarchy, which was led by alii nui, high chiefs. Beneath them were kahuna, priests and experts, makaainana, commoners, and kaua, outcasts or slaves. This rigid hierarchy was integral to maintaining order and balance in Hawaiian society. Religious life revolved around a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each tied to aspects of nature. Pele, the goddess of volcanoes, and Kanaloa, the god of the ocean, were among the most revered deities. Sacred places called heiau, temples, were built to honor these gods and ensure the community's prosperity. Number 2. The arrival of Europeans. James Cook and the Western Encounter, 1778. Hawaii's isolation ended abruptly in 1778, when British explorer Captain James Cook landed at Waimea on the island of Kauai. Cook's arrival marked the first recorded contact between Europeans and Hawaiians. The Hawaiians, who were in the midst of a makahiki festival honoring the god Lono, initially believed Cook to be a divine figure. This initial meeting was characterized by mutual curiosity and exchange. The Hawaiians offered food, water, and goods, while Cook introduced metal tools and firearms. However, the relationship between the Hawaiians and Europeans quickly soured during Cook's return voyage in 1779. After a series of misunderstandings and escalating tensions, Cook was killed in a skirmish at Kealakekua Bay on the Big Island. Cook's voyages opened the floodgates for future interactions with the Western world. Traders, explorers, and missionaries soon followed, bringing profound changes to Hawaiian society. These interactions introduced new goods like iron and firearms, but also brought devastating diseases such as smallpox, measles, and influenza. These diseases decimated the native Hawaiian population, which declined by as much as 80% within a century of European contact. 3. Kamehameha the Great and the Unification of Hawaii, 1795 to 1810. In the late 18th century, Hawaii was divided into competing chiefdoms, often at war with one another. Amid this turmoil, a young chief from the Big Island, Kamehameha, emerged as a formidable leader. After consulting with a revered kahuna, Kamehameha received a prophecy that he would unite the islands under his rule. With strategic alliances and the support of British traders who supplied him with firearms and cannons, Kamehameha launched a series of military campaigns. His most significant victory came in 1795 at the Battle of Nuuanu, where he drove the forces of Oahu's chief off the cliffs of the Pali. By 1810, Kamehameha had unified all the islands, establishing the Kingdom of Hawaii. As king, Kamehameha implemented laws that balanced traditional Hawaiian values with the realities of increasing foreign influence. His law of the splintered paddle ensured the protection of non-combatants during wartime, reflecting his commitment to justice. Kamehameha also promoted trade, inviting foreign merchants while maintaining a firm grip on Hawaiian sovereignty. 4. Missionaries, Westernization, and cultural suppression, 1820 to 1850. In 1820, Protestant missionaries from New England arrived in Hawaii, bringing Christianity, Western education, and literacy. They sought to convert the Hawaiian population, and their influence quickly extended beyond religion. With the support of Queen Kahumanu, the regent of Hawaii, traditional Hawaiian practices such as hula and certain religious rituals were discouraged or outright banned. The missionaries introduced the Latin alphabet and translated the Bible into Hawaiian, creating the foundation for widespread literacy. By the mid-19th century, Hawaii boasted one of the highest literacy rates in the world. However, the missionaries' efforts also eroded native Hawaiian culture and traditions, contributing to a growing dependence on Western systems of governance and education. At the same time, Hawaii underwent significant political changes. Under Kamehameha III, the first Hawaiian constitution was adopted in 1840, transitioning the kingdom from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional one. The concept of private land ownership, introduced in the Great Mahele of 1848, marked a turning point in Hawaiian history. While it modernized land management, it also resulted in the loss of land for many native Hawaiians, as foreigners acquired large estates for agriculture. 5. The overthrow of the monarchy and annexation, 1893 to 1898. By the late 19th century, Hawaii's economy was dominated by sugar plantations owned by American and European settlers. These plantation owners, known as the Big Five, wielded immense political power and resented the Hawaiian monarchy's attempts to preserve sovereignty. In 1893, Queen Liliuokalani, Hawaii's last monarch, proposed a new constitution to restore royal authority. In response, a group of American businessmen, supported by U.S. Marines, staged a coup and overthrew the monarchy. The Queen abdicated under protest, famously declaring, "I yield to the superior force of the United States of America." Despite widespread opposition from native Hawaiians, the U.S. annexed Hawaii in 1898. This decision was largely driven by strategic concerns during the Spanish-American War, as Hawaii's location was seen as critical for military operations in the Pacific. 6. Hawaii as a U.S. territory, 1898 to 1959. As a U.S. territory, Hawaii became a melting pot of cultures. Immigrants from Japan, China, the Philippines, Portugal, and Korea arrived to work on the plantations, creating a multicultural society. These immigrant groups brought their traditions, foods, and languages, enriching Hawaii's cultural tapestry. During World War II, Hawaii's strategic importance was cemented. On December 7, 1941, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor plunged the United States into the war. The islands were placed under martial law, and many Japanese Americans living in Hawaii faced suspicion and discrimination. However, the loyalty of Hawaii's Japanese American community was proven through the heroic service of the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, one of the most decorated units in U.S. military history. 7. Statehood and Modern Hawaii, 1959–present. On August 21, 1959, Hawaii officially became the 50th state of the United States after an overwhelming vote in favor of statehood. While statehood brought economic opportunities, particularly through tourism, it also deepened concerns among Native Hawaiians about cultural erosion and the loss of sovereignty. Today, Hawaii faces the challenge of balancing economic development with the preservation of its natural environment and cultural heritage. Movements for Native Hawaiian rights, such as the Hawaiian sovereignty movement, seek to address historical injustices and promote the revival of Hawaiian language and traditions. Conclusion: the spirit of aloha. Hawaii's history is a testament to resilience and adaptability. From its ancient Polynesian roots to its role as a global crossroads, the islands have continually evolved while holding fast to the spirit of aloha, a philosophy of love, unity, and respect. For Americans, Hawaii is more than a state. It is a window into a world where tradition and modernity coexist, offering lessons in harmony, perseverance, and the enduring value of cultural diversity.